Touchdown sound.
What is up, you guys? My name is Ariane, and welcome back to Dark Girls Can Too, where our focus is creating beauty inside and out. If you are into more of the beauty and makeup style content, definitely follow me over on Instagram and TikTok at @IM_AELane. If you're into more lifestyle and girl talk type videos, definitely subscribe and join the family. We would love to have you. So as you can tell by the title of this video, we're going to be doing a Vogue style video. Honestly, just manifesting that I'll make it on there one day. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing some of my makeup secrets, which if you follow me, if you're subscribed to me, you pretty much know what my routine is, but I'm going to be sharing some other things that I may have not shared in the past, and I'm going to be answering some questions about me. Honestly, I came up with these questions. I just feel like I haven't done like a get to know me type video in a really long time, and I think it's important that, like I said before, we get to know each other and you know why you're watching me, where I started, what my goals are, and what I want my impact to be. So we're going to be talking about some of those things in today's video. Let's go ahead and get right into it. I think it's been a while since I've done like a get to know me type video. I think that might be my video with the highest views actually. So clearly you guys like that kind of content. So I'm just going to be telling you guys more about me, and we're going to get into some things. So let's go ahead and get started. So as you guys can tell, your girl is experiencing a little bit of a breakout. I definitely slept in my makeup the other night, so I have some blemishes. So I've already done my face prep. I've already cleansed my face and moisturized, and we're just gonna get right into the actual face routine. So I showed the products that I'm going to be using in this tutorial, but I'm going to show you as I use them and be answering these questions. So we're gonna be doing a lot, but we're gonna make it happen. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So first, let's start off with what I feel like are the keys to a flawless face. Number one, make sure your foundation match, girl. I use the Fenty Beauty foundation, and this is one of my favorite, just cosmetic lines, period, but one of my favorite foundations. I just feel like the foundation really makes my skin like glow almost. Like, I don't know, like whatever she got in here really does the trick. Like it looks so different from most foundations that I use, and it just makes my skin look so flawless, and it looks like skin too. So I'm really into this foundation. So we're just going to apply that. I don't apply a whole lot because a little goes a long way with the Fenty Beauty. This is actually more than I normally apply, but we're just gonna go with it. It's kind of hard to see looking through my camera mirror. But yeah, the keys to a flawless face, I feel like, are, of course, a matching foundation that definitely gives skin. Also, a really high quality powder. I mean, it doesn't have to be high quality if your technique is good, but I think a very high quality powder definitely smooths out the face and makes it look blurred almost. So powder is definitely important. You'll see as we go through the routine that actually contouring is my favorite part, and I feel like contouring definitely brings the face together. So that's another key. And then later on in the routine, you'll also see that my blush definitely adds another element. Those are my favorite parts of the routine, but like I said, we're gonna just go through the steps. I'm gonna show you all of the products that I use, and yeah, you're gonna see how I really get into beating this face, honey. Now, normally I do my eyebrows first, but I think I'm gonna do that after I powder. Well, I don't know. Let's just see where the video takes us. I also always apply to my neck just to make sure that everything is seamless and matches. I have darker under eyes, so definitely never forget to like really focus the foundation in that area if you also experience, or if you also have darker eyes. And you see what the Fenty does. Like, it's just so nice and it blends so well. It's like perfect. All right, so this is gonna be a little bit of a challenge because I'm gonna be trying to like talk through these questions, but like also this isn't my regular setup. So I'm like looking in my bathroom mirror, which it's a good mirror, don't get me wrong, but I just can't see a whole lot of details. So excuse me if I'm like moving around. I think it'll be really difficult to like hold up my little mirror. So we're just gonna have to make do. So let's first start off with, who is Ariane? I feel like this is always a hard question to ask because it's like you could really go anywhere with this. But like when people ask me like, okay, who is Ariane? I like to describe myself as a all-around creative. And I say that because I'm into creating content. I love doing makeup. I love to write. That's actually what I went to school for. Creative directing, like those kinds of things. So like, I don't know how to describe myself other than saying I'm just a creative person, and that's what I enjoy most. And I'm hoping that like as I like grow and like network and meet people and stuff, that like I come across different opportunities where I can kind of like show those things and get the opportunities to see if like those are something I can actually just kind of experiment with as far as like a career is concerned, because I just feel like I would be good at like so many different things. Honestly, I would say I'm also a conversationalist. Like I love talking to people. I love learning new things about just life in the world in general, but especially just learning about people and like their experiences. And like hopefully later on down the line I can, you know, have videos where I'm like actually interviewing somebody or like just having conversation, because like that really excites me and makes me happy. I would also say that I'm a really fun and like open and somewhat extroverted person. I would describe the old me as more of like an extroverted person. I don't know if like my friends think that I'm more of an extrovert or introvert these days, but I would just say like I'm somewhat of an extrovert. I've become a real homebody over the last year, but don't get it twisted. Your girl still loves to go outside. Also, concealer matters. This is what I would like classify as like a high quality concealer as well. This is the Too Faced concealer in the shade Warm Sand. I've been using this for a while, and a little goes a long way. This lasts me forever, honestly. And this is like one of my favorite concealers. I've tried a few, but I always come back to this. I'm just gonna do my eyebrows. I'm gonna carve those out, and I use this to highlight as well. So I grew up in Kansas City, Missouri. I know most people would consider that to be like, well, in their minds, they think it's like a really small city, but it's actually, the population I believe is, let me actually look it up, because last time I checked, I can't remember if it was like 500,000 or closer to 1 million. But there's a lot of people in Kansas City, believe it or not. So I guess I would say I come from like a medium-sized city, I guess. I'm 25. I'll actually be turning 26 this week on Friday, October the 20th. So Libra gang. So right now I'm just carving these brows out. I don't really see a whole lot of detail. I'm trying not to get too close in the camera. This is always the part of the process that looks so freaking crazy. Like, baby, believe me, when these brows come together, this is everything. Like, brows definitely make the face, I feel like, along with the contour for sure. So whenever I'm doing like a basic routine that doesn't require like a whole full face, I'm just running somewhere, definitely do this entire routine just minus this step, minus the brows. And when you're doing your brows, honestly, you can do them however, like make them as full and as dark as you want, because once you do this step, it's gonna like, you know, bring it all together, carve it out, and they won't look as like bulky. When I do my brows, I try to make it look like I got a little lift. That's why I go up so far, to give me that, you know. And then I just follow the line all the way across. Like I said, this concealer really stretches. That's why I love it. Like you see, I just applied that little dot right there, and I was able to like drag it, and it still looks really full all the way through. I'm gonna speed this up just because this takes a little bit of a second. I'm just blending out my concealer into my foundation. All right, so then I just take my brush and just dab it in the middle just to kind of get rid of that little space right there. And then to kind of give it that natural like faded effect, I just kind of go over the top of, or the front of the brow, to kind of just, you know, make it a little less dark and pigmented than the rest of my brow. So then you end up with something like this. Now my brows look a little uneven, but like I said, that's because I can't see too close. But it's not gonna be perfect every time. Sometimes you have to go back in and like fix it a little bit. So I can tell that like this brow starts a little bit lower. So I'm just gonna like take my concealer and just bring it up a little bit. Easy fix. And then what you can also do to kind of give it that natural faded effect is just take a spoolie, or I have this end of my pencil, and just kind of comb it up and then it's not as like harsh at the front of your brows. So, all right, so the next step in the process is going to be highlighting and contouring. So I'm just going to be showing you guys how I do that. Like I said, this product is really thick and really full, so a little goes a long way. You don't really need too much. And I highlight in all of these areas. All right, so let's really get into it. Okay, so I had the idea of starting a channel, I believe my junior year of college. So this is like 2018, 2019. And I knew, you know, I wanted it to be a makeup channel because at the time, well, let me back it up. When I was in high school, I had my senior pictures. I knew that my pictures were going to be early. And so I was trying to figure out like, okay, who's going to do my makeup for my freaking senior pictures? This is such a huge deal, but who's going to be able to do my makeup at 6 a.m.? I was like, nobody, and I don't have no money. So like, I'm really going to have to like figure something out. I don't know anybody who could do it. I took it upon myself to get on YouTube and teach myself like how to do it. Now, I wish I could find a picture so I could show you guys. Now, back then, my first time doing my makeup, I don't want to say it was bad. I think all I used was just like some foundation and maybe a little bit of powder. But honey, you couldn't tell me nothing back then. I thought I was really doing it. And actually my senior pictures turned out to be really nice. It was a pleasant surprise, honestly, because I didn't know what it was gonna look like, honestly. But like that forced me to kind of learn how to do my own makeup, and then over time I just got better and better. I honestly didn't even know how good I was at makeup until people started telling me. And then too, I started to like get into beauty content on YouTube a lot. And I think around 2015, 2016, beauty industry on YouTube was like huge. Like that was like that was the content to watch on YouTube. But I felt like there was a bit of a void, honestly. I felt like there were a lot of girls who were like doing tutorials on YouTube, but not a lot of them look like me. And so I watched their videos and like I got the tips, and you know, I made them my own and figured out how to finesse it for my own face and my own complexion. But like I said, I just didn't feel like there were a whole lot of girls that were darker skinned that really knew how to like do their makeup. And so I'm like, okay, I love makeup. People say I'm good at makeup, so why don't I just make a channel and like be that and like solve that problem? All right, pause. Just so you guys know, I leave my concealer a little bit under my eyes just so it can kind of dry down and be more pigmented, because I like a really bright under eye. So don't worry if it's still some concealer there. I'm going to blend it out later. I'm just trying to get the rest of my face to like blend together. I like a really sharp jawline, so that's why you see this here. But no worries, if you've never done this before, it's gonna all come together very soon. So yeah, I believe my first video was uploaded in like 2019, 2020. Because of everything that I had going on and like school and graduating, I wasn't really able to keep up with it. So eventually that ship sailed. Beauty was not really a big thing on YouTube anymore. But that was okay, because I knew eventually I was going to want to like expand my content. This is my contour, by the way. I use Juvia's Place. I knew I was going to expand my content eventually, so it was totally fine, because I went to school for journalism and I always wanted to have my own like podcast. So I was like, okay, I got to figure out a way to like mix beauty in with, you know, just my little sit down videos. All my Instagram and TikTok will be like beauty based content, and this will be more like us talking and like, you know, like I always say, like becoming our better selves and stuff. It'll be a mix on all platforms. So if you're into any of that, definitely, like I said, join the family, subscribe, girl, because we really gonna be getting into some things, and I'm just really excited for what's to come. So I contour right here on my cheeks, forehead, chin, underneath, because I have a really fat round face. I like to contour heavy just to kind of bring it together. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're gonna use our brush to like blend everything out. So yeah, basically what I want this channel to be about is creating beauty on the outside, makeup clearly, but also creating beauty on the inside. So like doing the work on ourselves and like elevating our ways of thought, elevating our relationships with people. We'll be talking about like friendships, romantic relationships. We'll be talking about family, just kind of tackling all these different life subjects. One thing that I have always been told about myself is that I am a really old soul and a really wise soul. I do feel like, you know, about some things I can be really knowledgeable. I want to like really share that with you guys and talk about some of the things that like I've learned in life. I don't see too many content creators doing that. Like I see them talking about very broad subjects like how to find friends and like becoming that girl and like, yeah, that's all nice, but like I think we need to really get into some more like deep or like real life topics. Like, yes, confidence is great, all the things, but like let me just run down some of the big ideas that I have. So you know what, I'm gonna save that. I don't even want to spoil it, but just know we really gonna be getting into some things. So if you are curious and you want to see more of like what we'll be talking about, like I said, just join the family, girl. All right, so we're just perfecting the contour. Like I said, I like to contour heavy because I do have a little bit of a rounder face. And like I said, the contour just brings the face back together, as you guys can see. Then I'm gonna go back in with my concealer brush and get rid of the rest of that under our eyes. And so my goals, let's talk about my goals as far as this channel is concerned. So originally when I created my channel, what I wanted to do is gain a following, create a community of just like-minded people who love having conversations like that, but then also love beauty, you know, at the same time, because eventually I do want to own my own cosmetics line one day. That's a really big dream of mine. All right, so next we're gonna be going in with our powder. I have a loose powder by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I don't think that I've ever really used anything else because it's hard for me to like break up with products, even if it's only temporarily, just because if something works for me, it works for me, honey. And I just love this powder so much. I get so many compliments on how smooth my skin looks. And so I'm going to take my powder and put it everywhere that I highlighted. As far as my goals, I started my YouTube channel because I wanted to, you know, inspire women of color, really all women, but specifically women of color, to be their best selves, to embrace their beauty, learn how to enhance their beauty. And like I said, I wanted to create a community so that one day I am able to, you know, start my cosmetics line. So that's a dream that I have. I can see myself either doing something like that or maybe like being somebody's creative director. And then this has nothing to do with anything, but later down the line, my ultimate goal and the thing that would make me the happiest is becoming a novelist, an author. I always picture myself when I'm like 45, 50, my career just being like writing books and telling stories. So yeah, those are some of my goals. But like I said, that's kind of up in the air as of right now. I'm just kind of going with the flow, doing the things that I love and that make me happy. And right now, making beauty content and being on YouTube. Like I said, inspiring other girls to like be their best selves is what I want to do. So we will see where that takes me. But honestly, this channel could go in so many different directions. Like I've had so many like daydreams and thoughts of like the kind of things that I could talk about because there's so many things that I'm interested in and want to learn. So I might just take you guys on that journey with me, whether it's like financial literacy or maybe one day we start a freaking book club type situation, or maybe we get into politics and I'm like interviewing people. I just feel like it could go so many different ways because I'm interested, like I said, in so many different things. So like I said, we'll just kind of see where things go. And yeah, so I feel like because I'm talking and running my mouth, I'm putting on so much more makeup than I normally would. It doesn't look bad though. We're just gonna work with it. But so like I sweat a lot right here. And so one secret, not really a secret, I'm sure it's kind of common sense to a lot of people who do their makeup, but like I really pack on the powder right here and on my forehead because baby, I also like that really sharp chisel, what do you call this part of your face? I don't know, jaw look. Yeah, jaw. So I just kind of like emphasize that line that I created with my concealer, but kind of go over it just a little bit, just so it doesn't look like a line, you know? And once I put my bronzer on, you won't be able to like see all of this, so bear with me. Then I take a smaller brush, and this is how I highlight my nose, I run across the bridge. And then if I'm really trying to like snatch it up, I'll do a little powder on this part of my nose. Just like that. Also, another tip, I just thought about this because I normally put a little powder under here, like for the girls who got a little bit of neck like me. I just put a little powder under here, like if you're doing like a photo shoot or something, just put some right here and that'll like stop you from getting kind of sweaty. I don't get sweaty necessarily, but it can get a little shiny, you know, depending on what I'm doing. Just dab a little bit, it really don't take much. Then I just take this bigger brush and just go over the powder and just kind of wipe the excess off. This light that I have is really making this look more like noticeable than it actually is, but trust me, in person, you can't really see it all that much. All right, so now for the bronzer. So the bronzer just sets the contour for me. And so I also feel like that brings the face together as well. You'll see. So I use the Fenty Beauty bronzer in the color Mocha Mami. I've been using this one forever too. I need to try a new one. Now this one I do love, and I'm probably gonna always come back to this, but I'm not as attached to it. So, and I've seen some really pretty bronzers. I think I saw a Morphe one the other day when I went into Ulta. So I am definitely gonna be trying some other bronzers soon. But anyways, I just go over the parts that I contoured and just set that bronzer. All right, so what started my love for makeup? I think I just kind of touched on that. So honestly, you know, with the situation in high school, that's what started me doing makeup. But when did I fall in love with makeup? I don't know. Like, it was just like a slow process, honestly. Like, the more I like experimented and tried different things, the more I was like, okay, like this is really making me feel like beautiful. Like, I mean, I always felt beautiful. I've always been a very confident person, don't get me wrong, but like when I really started to like get in my makeup bag, I just was like, wow, okay, I feel good, I really look good, and like I'm pretty good at this. Like so just over time, I guess just trying different things, being experimental with my eyeshadows and everything just really made me develop a love and passion for it. And then just teaching other girls how to do it, my friends, my family. I loved that part of it too, honestly. So, and that was part of the reason why I ended up starting my channel, because it's like, okay, I feel good when I do this. I feel like I'm really skilled. I can help people. I can, you know, actually do makeup like as an artist. And so, yeah, it like over time just quickly became one of the things that I just loved doing. It's also just kind of therapeutic, and it's like, I just love glam. I love getting myself together and looking my best. And not to say, like I said, that I don't look good natural, but like, of course, makeup just enhances you and like takes you to a whole nother level. Like, you could be as pretty as you want to be natural, but like nothing compares to when you know what I'm saying, got the perfect brows, perfect lashes, you got blush on, like it's just, your lips is popping, like it's just everything, a little glitter on your eye. I just love the whole process of like just beautifying myself. So as you can kind of see, like once I set that contour, the face definitely came together, and that part is like less visible. And if you want to, you can just, you know, keep blending if it's not as seamless as you want it to be. But I like that kind of dramatic look, so I'm gonna leave it like this, honestly. Sometimes I like to put a little bronzer on my eye. But yeah, that's how I get like my flawless base. We're actually gonna do a little bit of an eye. I was thinking about just doing something simple at first, because I know like on the Vogue videos, they don't really do too much. It's always like a natural, at most it's like a wing, but we breaking rules. So I'm gonna do like a brown as a transition color, and then I'm gonna use, excuse how dirty my palette is, I'm gonna use like this, you probably can't see because my lights are so bright. There we go. So I'm gonna use this color right here, just because it goes with the outfit that I'm gonna film in later. So let's do that. So yeah, if eyeshadow scares you and you're like, girl, I have no idea what I'm doing, this look is going to be really simple. And honestly, you can use this look to kind of achieve any like basic look. So I'm going to go in with like a dark brown, and I'm just going to go in the crease of my eye. Blend that out. Ooh, that was more pigmented than I wanted it to be. Just wipe it off and then kind of blend it out. So I'm gonna let you guys watch me do this. So we're gonna move on to the next question. All right, how do I deal with self-doubt as a YouTuber? You know, it's a natural emotion. Everybody's gonna experience it, of course, no matter what you do, no matter how confident you are, especially when you're trying something new, right? But honestly, what I've learned and what has worked the best for me personally has been delusion. Like, as you can tell, like I barely have 200 subscribers on YouTube, which, don't get me wrong, is like really huge to me, but I know in the grand scheme of things, it's not like this ginormous number when you compare it to like other people. Especially, I really want to toot my own horn because I'm really proud of myself for that. But okay, yeah, that's getting a little bit more dramatic than I wanted, but it's still fine. We'll work with it. But yeah, just delusion. Like when I record my videos, I pretend like I already have 1 million followers or subscribers. And as you can tell, I act like so many people are watching me and responding to me, just kind of like showing that confidence and like also manifesting that for myself, you know? And honestly, like for a long time, it was hard for me to get consistent because I had a lot going on, yes, but I think that I was just overthinking things. And so what's been helping me recently is just stop thinking, just do. Like, and like, even if the channel does nothing, it goes nowhere. Like, that is one thing that I think is really valuable that I have learned, and I can use that at like any point in my life. Just if it's something that you want to do and it feels right, just, you know, put your right foot in front of your left, just go and do it, and don't overthink it, because the more that you think about it, the more that you'll kind of psych yourself out. And honey, I am good for that. So I don't think anymore. I just do. And then prayer, honestly, like if I get overwhelmed with self-doubt, I just ask God to like just give me clarity on the things that I should be doing. And I just put it in God's hands, honestly. And like, I accept that whatever will be, and whatever is for me is for me. And so at that point, what do you really have to worry about, you know? So then on my lid, I'm just gonna take that blue shiny color and just rub it across my lid. Nothing major. We're just gonna keep it really simple. Just wanted to add a little bit of glam, a little bit of glitter to the situation. Some of the lessons that like having a YouTube has taught me is just to be brave, and not, like I said before, just think too much about what other people are going to think or what they're going to say. Do what feels right to you. And then, like I said before, what will be, what is for you is for you. So I think, you know, YouTube is definitely teaching me that confidence that I may or may not have had before. Or if I did have it, it's like just really instilling that into me. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna keep the eye simple, just add a little bit of glitter. Honestly, I hope it looks good in the camera, because like I said, I can't really see. And baby, I wear glasses, so I'm doing my best. I really am. But I think it'll do for now. So anyways, just applying my mascara. One of my favorite things to, I'm gonna let that dry and then scrape that off. That's another tip, actually. If you ever get mascara on your face, just let it dry, and then either take your spoolie, or you can, you know, take something similar to this and just kind of scrape it off. But I'm gonna let it dry first. So yeah, one of my favorite ways to apply mascara is rolling it on top of my lashes, just like that. It just gives it that extra coating, especially if you're not wearing any lashes. It makes your lashes look so full. Also, you know, being a YouTuber has definitely taught me that like, if I don't continue to like work for myself and do this for myself, I definitely want to like be in production. So it's taught me that about myself. In some capacity, I would like to be in production for sure. Don't get me wrong. like creating YouTube videos, the whole process, like editing, doing thumbnails, just the whole nine is a very long and hard process. Like, I don't think a lot of people realize how much work goes into like being a YouTuber, and like I've developed a completely like new respect for people who do this, especially people who like work a 9 to 5 and do this, because it's really difficult, honestly. But I love like the creative part of it, coming up with an idea or a concept and then bringing that to life. And it's really just taught me to be myself. Like sometimes we get caught up in like saying the wrong things. Like in this video, like I was having a hard time kind of starting it off because I'm like, oh, it's not coming off the way that I want it to. You know, it's not perfect, but I've learned to kind of get out of that perfectionism that I have. I really struggle with that, which is why it's been a little difficult for me to upload. But honestly, I'm learning to just be myself and like go with the flow, and everything is not going to be like 100% flawless, but you'll get better over time. You'll learn, and then eventually, maybe one day it will be really close to that. But yeah, those are just some of the things that like being a YouTuber has taught me, and I'm really appreciative. All right, so I can't find my glue or my tweezers. I took them in the car with me last time I went out, and I don't even know if they're in there. I hope they are. Oh my goodness. So we're gonna have to just apply our lashes with our fingers, which is fine. I'm gonna need my mirror. I ain't gonna lie. I'm so blind right now. All I had was hair glue. I applied a little bit. I know better than to put hair glue on my lashes, but that's all I had. So I put a teeny bit. Hopefully it don't stick too crazy. All right, sometimes you gotta make do, baby. All right, so we got our lashes on, barely. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray, and then we're gonna do blush, lips, and then we're done. Also, spraying kind of helps if you're looking a little powdery. Of course, I would be missing my lash glue today of all days. Supposed to be doing a Vogue interview, honey. The face is supposed to be perfect. Okay, while we let that dry, let's go ahead and apply our blush. So I normally apply a pink on top and a purple on the bottom. So here's the pink. Ooh. Just kind of tone that back down. And then here's the purple. Alrighty, let's do these lips. Honestly, I never used to do a lip, but it really does add to the face as well. I love a good liner with a matte lipstick and then a lip gloss on top. That just really does it for me. So I apply my liner like so. And I go in with like a matte lipstick, a liquid, and put that in the center of my lip. I let that dry, and then I like just blot. And honestly, this goes with everything. So just like that, let it dry, blot, it comes together, looks real ombre and nice. Put a little lipstick over it, and then boom. Lip gloss, I'll just be using this hard candy lip gloss. It looks pink, but it really doesn't have to, well, it doesn't have a little bit of a pink lip tint, but I really like it, so we're just gonna use it today. And then lastly, what kind of impact do I want to have? Honestly, like I said, this channel could go in so many different directions because I have so many interests and I care about so many different things. And so whatever it is that we end up doing, I just want to, like I said, inspire women of color, women in general, to be their best, and just let them know that they can do and be anything in this world that they want. I want us to be our best creatively, socially, mentally, physically, spiritually, professionally, all the things. So like I said, wherever this channel goes, I hope to inspire you to do whatever it is that I'm doing on this channel in the best way possible. So really, I just want to have some kind of positive impact on really anyone. Like if I have had a positive impact on just one person, I've fulfilled my purpose here, and that makes all the difference for me. I think what really made me want to do this was like when I was first making my videos, just trying to kind of find my purpose and like find my lane or whatever. And like girls on my campus would like come up to me and just let me know how much they love my videos and like how much I inspired them. And so that really sparked something in me. I loved how that felt. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to continue to do this because I like making girls feel good about themselves. I like, you know, entertaining. So yeah, that's the kind of impact that I want to have. I want to encourage us as women of color to, you know, just take care of ourselves, take care of our mental. So yeah, I hope that you are willing to go on this journey with me. It's going to be bumpy. Like I said, we're going to be figuring out what we're going to be doing exactly, but it's going to be a really great ride. It's going to be really fun and exciting. And we're definitely going to learn along the way. So like I said, like I've said several times in this video, if that sounds like something that you might be interested in, if you're just interested in seeing where the channel will go, definitely subscribe and join the family. I promise you won't regret it. Yeah, road to 200, baby. My goal was to actually have 200 by my birthday, but I know I wasn't uploading regularly before then. But I'm so close. So road to 200, and then we're gonna do road to 500. Honestly, I'm just gonna speak it. I want to have 500 by the end of this year. And I plan on participating in Vlogmas. So I'm hoping that by the end of Vlogmas, I will have at least 500. So fingers crossed. But anyways, that is all that I have for you today. Oh, I didn't even take my hair down. Okay, let me do that. Yeah, that's really all that I have for this video. I guess I should have saved the last question for the hair takedown. I love pin curls so freaking much. They just make me feel so just pretty and feminine. I think when my hair is like not down and I don't want it like in my face, or I'm like not going anywhere doing a video, I think I'm gonna just start walking around in pin curls because they're just so cute and adorable. But yeah, that's all that I have. I hope that you guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that you guys, you know, got something out of this, learned a little bit more about me. And I'm excited to see where, you know, we go in the future. If you have any suggestions, definitely leave me your comments, leave me any thoughts that you have, because, you know, just as much as I want you guys to get to know me, I want to get to know you. And yeah. See, like, oh, love it, love it, love it. Got a little makeup on my hair though. All right, let me take this down and then come back. I'm sure you guys don't want to see me take down all these freaking curls. Well, all right, that's what I'm talking about. Hair, it just really, you know what I'm saying? It just does it for me. Like I actually made this wig myself. I love how it turned out. But yes, I hope that you guys enjoyed my little Vogue video showing you guys some of my best secrets and just learning a little bit more about me. And yeah, I think I've talked enough in this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.